Looking here at a 3/4 Enrico cello that has just come into my workshop from the wholesaler, and this is how they are. This is how they come through from factory. I just wanted to highlight some details about the difference between purchasing your instrument from a retail store, which would just take the instrument out in its current state, stand the bridge up under the strings and put it on their showroom floor, versus a luthier who might go to a much more detailed process of setting the instrument up. I just wanted to show you the critical elements that make such a difference to a luthier's setup. First up at the bottom of the instrument, you can see here the end pin here isn't actually fully fitting into the base of the instrument, so that needs to be, specialist reamer needs to be used and cutter to fit the end pin into the instrument properly. Moving up to the pegs, you can also see here these pegs are not fully fitting. They need to be fit correctly. Again, using the correct tapered tools to both match the taper of the peg and the peg box, the hole in the peg box to the peg, because the pegs are just friction fit, and they use the string pressure on a taper to hold the peg in and prevent it from unwinding. So if the tapered fit is not excellent, then the pegs are both often very difficult to turn or will let go. Next up, we have the nut, which holds the strings off the fingerboard, and you can see that the height, get the camera to focus here, the height of the nut here is very high, so that's going to give you a lot of room to press the strings before you hit the fingerboard, which makes playability very difficult, and especially on a student. This is a 3/4 instrument, and on a student instrument like this, it makes the instrument uncomfortable to play. This is how the bridge comes from factory. There's very little shaping to the bridges. It's very thick. I have no idea how well the feet fit. You can see there, they're not too bad, but there is some, they are a bit gappy under. That's roughly where they'll sit. And then the other thing we need to look at is the height. So the height of the bridge here will probably be adjusted, the face will be adjusted, the fit of the feet will be adjusted. And on this instrument as well, you can hear that sound post moving around in there, so that needs to be fit correctly, and will probably require some adjustment. The other thing that I will look at as well on this instrument and on any instrument that I set up is how straight and true this fingerboard is. So they'll be trued up and dressed. So there's quite a few hours worth of work there just to set up a new instrument, and the extra cost that you might pay on setup when purchasing an instrument from a dedicated luthier. They're the differences and things that your dedicated luthier are looking at when doing a proper setup on an instrument. And that all adds to both for instance, the pegs holding, not slipping, and it holding in tune, the string height of the fingerboard being correct and comfortable to play. Things like the sound post being correctly fitted will give the instrument a better sound, and things like this end pin not fitting correctly, is something that with the pressure of the strings can damage your instrument if that's not fitting correctly. And the majority of retail shops just don't have the tools, equipment, or know-how to be able to set up to go through those setup procedures on your instrument.